Is there any link between Surah Ar-Rum and Zulqarnain?
Surah Ar-Rum and?
Zulqarnain.
And Zulqarnain, that's a part of the lecture I left out. There is two victories of Rum. Min qabl or min ba'd. The first one occurred in the lifetime of Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. The next one is coming. I assume that it will be the victory in the Great War which is coming. Qarnain means two currents, not two horns. Because the Quran has never used qarn to mean a horn. The Quran always used qarn to mean when you send your clothes to the laundry, they put these tags on it here. Qarnain therefore will be two people, two generations. The first of the two currents, he was able to contain Gog and Magog. And we're able to recognize Gog and Magog because they are the ones who will bring the Jews back to the Holy Land to reclaim it as their own. This is modern Western civilization. It's not only the civilization of Dajjal, but Gog and Magog also there in the civilization. Okay. He built the barrier built of blocks of iron with copper. And Gog and Magog were contained. They could not pass through, they could not scale. In the language of chess, you could say that he checkmated them. But there is a second current to come. Zulqarnain possesses faith in Allah. And that faith rests on the foundations of truth. He has power. And his power rests on the foundations of faith and of truth. This is long before the Ummah of Nabi Muhammad ﷺ came into being. Okay? He manifested that power in the region of the Black Sea. Because the Quran calls it Aynun Hamiyah. Aynun Hamiyah. In the region of the Black Sea, therefore, the second time around, the first evidence you will come across, the first evidence of the second current will be in the Black Sea area. Crimea controls the Black Sea. Whoever controls Crimea controls the Black Sea. We are now living in that second current, where a people have been blessed by Allah with power. That's modern Russia. And that power rests on the foundations of faith because Russia got rid of the Soviet Union, got rid of atheism and communism, and Russia is returning to her Orthodox Christian faith. The Salafi is very angry because of that, because he hates Russia. So let the Salafi go his way and leave us alone. We are happy that the Russian people are returning to the Orthodox Christian faith. And we are happy to see that Russia now has that power that they could not do in Syria what they did in Libya. Russia blocked them and they lost. They lost the war in Syria. They're still licking their wounds up to this day because Russia defeated them in Syria. They are angry that they cannot attack Venezuela. No. In the 200 years before this, they would have sent their troops into Venezuela already, the way they send their troops in Grenada, they send their troops in Iraq and so on. But they cannot attack Venezuela because Russia is blocking them. So Russia now has power. And that power rests on the foundations of faith. So when in 2014, was it 14? Russia recovered Crimea. I said, it's time for Imran to celebrate. Those who hated Russia because they hate the Orthodox Christians, they're crying. Let them cry. But I celebrated when Russia recovered Crimea. And they could do what they want. They cannot dislodge Crimea from Russia anymore. Russia is a nuclear power. Once Russia controls Crimea, Russia controls the whole of the Black Sea. So now for those who can think, power has now returned to the region of the Black Sea. And this power rests on the foundations of faith. So there's a second checkmate coming up.